So we are in my kitchen. You know what that means. About to do a little recipe video. So what we're going to do today is something to satisfy the sweet tooth. This keto cream cheese pound cake. Now, I'm going to give you a warning with this. This is one of those things, if you've ever gone on any of those boards, like online, Facebook, keto groups or whatever, low carb groups, they often say that something is for those that are fat adapted. What I'm going to say with this is recipes like this where you're substituting something, you know, the sweets, the goodies, the comfort foods that you used to have, can be dangerous if you haven't conquered whatever it is behind, you know, what got you overweight in the first place. What I mean by that, your relationship with food. You know, if you're just fresh into keto and, you know, you're trying to replace everything with something else, you're going to find less success in the long run. So this is one of those things, you know, when you've got some self-discipline, because what'll happen, you'll mess around and eat a whole cake. And I know this from experience, because it's good, it tastes just like the real deal. You'll eat a whole cake and you'll mess up your progress. So use in moderation, have a good relationship with food, and have a sweet treat occasionally. So presenting to you today, keto cream cheese pound cake. It's very simple. What we have here, we have a cup and a quarter of almond flour. We have 4 eggs. We have about 3.5 ounces of softened cream cheese. We have 4 tablespoons of softened butter. We have 3/4 cup of, this is actually swerve, but I highly recommend any kind of erythritol mix that you can get. I like that better than any of the other sugar substitutes. We're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, in this case iodized sea salt, and a teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm wary about the vanilla flavorings, so it calls for a teaspoon of vanilla flavorings. I always substitute in the sugar-free vanilla syrup, because I'm very wary about the vanilla flavorings that you get as far as the sugar content in them, even though it's you know, minimal. I like to be aware of what's in, you know, what ingredients are in what I'm using. So this could be worse with some of the substitutes that they use, but anyway. Long story short, I'm using vanilla flavoring, the Tyranny sugar-free vanilla syrup as my vanilla flavoring. First up, I'm going to mix up my sweetener, and my butter on high using an electric mixer. I am adding, and I didn't mix that very well, but man, it'll get the job done as I add in everything else. But to this, I want to add in my cream cheese, then I'm going to add in my eggs one by one, beating them all into the mixture. That is our eggs, cream cheese, butter, and sweetener all mixed up. We're going to add in our vanilla flavoring, and then we're going to add in our dry ingredients. So our almond flour, our 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and our teaspoon of baking powder. That is our finished mix, and we're going to pour this into a very well greased loaf pan and bake it at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes or until it's done. Alright, go in the oven. This is the finished product out of the oven. Let's slice it up and see what we get. And that is our finished product. Those are some small slices. They're calorically dense. This is where you get into trouble with this stuff, because it's hard to eat just one serving of this. But it's one of those treats. As you get deeper into ketosis and have been doing it longer, you know, it's okay to treat yourself every now and then. But you got to learn a little bit of self-control, or else you're going to beat them mess yourself up with this. I'm show the macros on the screen. And there you have it. Low carb, high fat, keto, cream cheese, pound cake.